All right, yesterday was a pretty solid day. I made about 1.5K across all my funded accounts, and I also passed another 50K Lucid account, which brings me to a total of 4 funded Lucid accounts now. And today in this video, I'll break down the A+ setups that got me those profits and secured that last account, as well as how I avoided some losses that I know a few people took yesterday. All right, let's get into it. First, 30-second overview of the strategy. Virgin wick theory, here's a bullish example. Wait for virgin wicks, aka untouched wicks, to get closed through by a bullish Chad candle. That virgin wick level then becomes your bullish point of interest. Then in the next hour, drop down to the 1 minute time frame. Wait for price to trade into below that POI and into FEGs. Then you just want to take a SysD back to the upside or an IFEG back to the upside. Super simple. All right, let's start with gold. So this is gold. We'll start with New York session. This was my last trade for the day, and the one that... This is the one that secured the payout? No, it wasn't. That was before that. But this was a nice trade. I know a lot of people took this one. So this is New York, 9 a.m. Let me just turn off everything so it's cleaner. Okay, so we've got our nice CCT Master Chi indicator. Make sure you buy him a coffee if you've found any value in this indicator. He did this all for free. I'll leave a link to his thingo below. But yeah, so here we are at 9 a.m. We have our POIs created, drawn by our indicator. As you can see, we have this nice bullish Chad candle. So let's wait for price to engage. POI has been engaged. Let's see if there is a higher time frame FEG. Not yet. So as you can see, there's a 30 and a 5 minute down there, which I would like to see us tap into. Okay, bang, we have finally tapped into them, as well as the remaining POIs. So now just waiting for an entry model, either a SysD or an IFEG. And bang, there is your IFEG. If it wants to load. So yeah, that was when I entered right here upon that close. You gotta be pretty quick with it. And I didn't want to use this whole candle's wick because it's pretty long. So I just went just below the IFEG, something like that. Yeah. Targeting tour, and this went to TP almost instantly within like 3 minutes. I would rank this like an A-. I don't love it because, as you can see, there's a bunch of red. So we're like in the midst of bearish FEGs. So not an A+ for me, but I'll still take it. And I know a lot of people took this one as well. So nice win there. All right, moving on. What else do we have? Yeah, this one. So, okay. So this was the very start of London. So London's session starts at 2 a.m. So we don't want to look for entries before that. So we do have a bunch of POIs at 1 a.m., but that's before the kill zone. And then right at the end of the hour, this final one gets engaged. And you actually get an IFEG just before London kill zone starts. So when I hopped on at 2 a.m., I saw, oh, looks like there is a nice setup here. We had an IFEG, we have POIs engaged, and we have a bunch of higher time frame FEGs down here. So price was like down here already when I looked. So I just set my order at the IFEG level, putting my stop somewhere down there, targeting 2R. And it chopped around for a bit, but never got stopped out, and I hit TP. This was the one that got me my funded account. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, super nice, super nice. What else we have? Yes, this one. So this was another win I had. This was during Asia, 9 p.m. candle, still on gold. So, all right, let's see what we have here. Hour starts, we have this one bullish POI to work with. As you can see, this candle closed above this virgin wick, creating this POI. So let's wait for it to get engaged. Bang, it's been engaged along with a 5-minute FVG. And then we then have a SysD, because what is the last swing low that got swept? The last swing low that got swept is here. This is a swing low because its wick is lower than the wicks besides it. So these two, that makes it a swing low. And it gets swept by this whole leg. And so you want to look at the lowest down closing candle in that leg, which is this one. But since there are consecutive down candles, we want to look at the highest one. And wait, did I get, yeah, the highest one and the opening price. So there is your SysD. You can use SysD indicators as well, but it is always best to understand what is actually going on before you use indicators. Otherwise, you will be doubting yourself, and that can mess with your psychology, and you just don't know what's going on. Yeah, so there is your SysD entry. You get wicked in, you get 2 minutes to set your order up. And then why I don't super love this is because we are targeting empty space and we are targeting through some bearish FVGs. So yeah, I'd give this like an A- or B+. Still a good trade, just not perfect, I wouldn't say. And it's also a bit early in the hour. But yeah, more like a B+, I would say. But it still runs, and I know a lot of people won on this one, so that's good to see. All right, that was it for gold. Let's go to NQ. Okay, so here we are on NQ. This is New York, 6th of February. And we have a bearish point of interest created by this big black candle that closes bearishly through this virgin wick, creating this bearish point of interest. So I did not trade this hour, this POI, just full transparency, and I'll give you a couple of reasons why. Firstly, upon the beginning of the hour, we engage the POI immediately, and then we react off the POI to take out, this drawn liquidity. So in my eyes, I don't really love this anymore. It seems like the POI's powers have been used already. But let's proceed anyways and see if there is a setup if we ignore that. Oh, also, yeah. Yeah, the other thing is we do tap into some higher time frame FVGs, but by this time we are quite overextended after engaging the POI. So the further you pull away from a POI, the probabilities of a successful reversal become lower. Ideally, you want to see, like an entry from here would be better than an entry from up here, because you don't want to see it to go too far up. Because the higher up it goes, it's just obviously just stronger bullish momentum, and you might even create bullish POIs in the next hour. So that's another reason I don't like this one. But you do end up getting a SysD here. And so if you entered there, you would have got stopped out. There you go. And then you do get a second chance over here. There is your SysD. No, that's not right. See, you can't trust these indicators sometimes. Always better to do it yourself. So here's the last swing high that got swept. That's this 3-candle pattern where this wick is higher than the ones next to it. That gets swept by this leg. So you want to look at the highest up closing candle in that leg, which is this one, and the opening price is there. There is your SysD. So once you get that closure below it, you can set your limit order and you do get tagged in. And I believe this one does go to TP. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I did not take this one and I did not love it for those reasons. And I already had a pretty big day at this point, so I was pretty content to call it. Okay, yeah, let's go over this one, because I know a lot of people took consecutive losses here. So this is 7 a.m., just before New York kill zone. We have a bunch of bullish points of interest to work with. As you can see, a nice strong purple bullish Chad candle. POI gets engaged, nothing yet. POI gets engaged, another POI gets engaged, and we tap into a bunch of higher time frame FVGs. So all looks good. And I believe we get an IFVG, yep. So some people would have entered in there. Yep, there's your first entry and you get stopped out. And then you get another IFVG there, bang, and you get stopped out again. And then you get a third IFVG and you get stopped out again. And the only thing that I see wrong with this is you are trading outside of kill zones, which just makes a lower probability. For me, kill zones are a non-negotiable. I feel like if you're trading outside kill zones, you're just taking a random jab in the dark. And as you can see, if you want to trade outside kill zones, then be prepared to take random 3 loss streaks in a row. And yeah, so hopefully you avoided that one. Unfortunately, I saw some people in the Discord took this one because, I don't know, maybe they're gambling addicts and they can't help but trade outside kill zones. But hopefully that's a lesson for you. All right, what else do we have? Oh yeah, this is a nice trade. Okay. London session, 4 a.m. candle, bullish point of interest to work with, and a bunch of green FVGs, so it looks good. 5-minute FVG gets engaged, POI gets engaged, and we get a confirmed SysD right there. And you have a chance to set your limit order, target tour, and that does go to TP. Yeah, A-, I would call this one A-. I think I did take this one. But it's not ideal because it's a bit early in the hour and price didn't trade that much below. There's like a sweet spot between how much you want price to dip below a bullish POI before you get a good entry. Yeah, maybe something like this would have been cleaner, but this is still nice. And also we are targeting empty space here, so no clear drawn liquidity. But what I have found is we are trading a break, retest, continuation model. So sometimes there won't be a super clear or high drawn liquidity, and usually it works out, but not A++. All right, what else? I think these are the last ones. Ah, yes. Some people won on this one. This is where I copped a loss and a break even. So this is NQ during London session, 2 a.m. We don't have any fresh POIs at 2 a.m., but we do have this extended POI from the previous hour that had not been engaged with yet. So I still consider this POI valid, as it is still a virgin POI. Let's call it that. Virgin extended POI. All right, POI gets wicked, which is enough. We do not need to close below it. Oh well, we end up closing below it anyways. And we have a shitload of bullish green FVGs. That is exactly what we want to see. And then there is your SysD. Not the strongest because it is a single candle SysD, but it is quite lengthy, so that's good. But consecutive candle SysD would be nicer. So I entered in here, limit order there, stop down there, targeting tour, and got stopped out almost instantly. And then we had a second chance at this one. I believe there was an IFEG set up, but it's not appearing. Anyways, yeah, so we had this IFEG here. That is where I entered. And then stop down there. We went to 1R. I pulled my stop to break even. And then got stopped out, break even, unfortunately. And then it went to TP without me. But that is okay. That is something you must accept before you decide to implement the break-even protocol. You can't get mad at your decision after you know the results. That's like betting on red at roulette and then being upset that it lands on black. But you decided to choose red, so yeah, this is something I see a lot of people say. They're like, oh, I got hit at break even and then it went to TP. But that is something you have to accept. If you know the numbers work out better with the break even protocol, then you just have to accept that this is part of the game. And that was totally fine with me. It did not tilt me. I continued to have a really good day from that point forwards. Yeah, that was it for the day. Hope you learned something. Hope you like those ones. And I hope you had a good week, because I had a pretty good week. And yeah, see you next time.